So today we'll discuss white layer current source. Regarding white layer current source, I have already taught in your class in the first class of the fifth unit. In white layer current source is a modified version of two transistor current source. Two transistor current source is a basic version of current mirror circuit. Wide layer is the advanced version. In wide layer current source, it is designed to reduce the requirement of the resistor in normal current mirror circuit. If you see the normal current mirror circuit, there will be one resistor R1 which is used. If you will see the one example, we'll take one example how it is required to reduce the current, reduce the resistor. For example, some company gave us a target to design a current source whose current output will be 5 microampere, and they also gave the supply voltage V plus 5 volt, V minus 5 volt. Then we have to calculate first what will be the resistance R1. We know the formula of R reference formula. In R reference formula, in denominator part we have R1. So if you little bit modify that equation, then the formula for R1, we can get it here. We can get this formula for R1, V plus minus VBE minus V minus divided by R reference. If we will put all the values, we will get 1.8 mega ohm. 1.8 mega ohm. You see here, this is 1.8 mega ohm, and which is very high. Designing 1.8 mega ohm in integrated circuit or IC. IC means you can see IC is there in your mobile, which is very small IC. Designing 1.5 mega ohm is quite difficult because it will take more area, it will generate more heat. So we need to design current mirror circuit in such a way that we can reduce the resistance value. Problem in IC, designing resistor in the range of mega ohm will take more space and not recommended also. So better we'll go to the designing, will change the designing parameter so that the resistance R1 will be reduced. Next. This is the circuit of wide layer current source. If you see the two transistor current source circuit given in the first slide, the only difference between the two transistor current source and wide layer current source is only this resistor RE. This resistor we have added here so that we can reduce the resistance of R1. You see, it is written over here, wide layer current source is a special design where a emitter degeneration resistor is incorporated for only the output transistor Q2. Emitter degeneration resistor is nothing but the RE. It is technically we name it emitter degeneration resistor. It enables a current source to generate low current using only moderate resistor values in the range of kilo ohm. We can design kilo ohm resistor, but mega ohm resistor is quite higher. We need to reduce that one. So kilo ohm resistor is okay. Ohm, kilo ohm, in that range we can manage. So we'll try to limit our use resistor to kilo ohm range. So next. Current relationship, which is very important. How? Reference current means the current we are giving is equal to the output current. Input current and output current, how both are equal, we'll see here. Consider Q1 and Q2 are identical. We know this thing. in 2 transistor current mirror circuit, in 3 transistor current mirror circuit also we know transistor Q1 and Q2 and Q3 all are identical. Identical means the beta value of all the transistors are same and all the transistors are working under a constant temperature. So I reference is nearly equal to IC1. It is correct. If you'll see the back slide, previous slide, you can see. You see here, I reference. I reference is coming in this way, and I reference and IC is almost same because partly some current is going to the base, and you know if our I reference current is 5 micron and 0.25 micron current will go to the base, very less current will go to the base, and 95% current will come to the collector. So it is very clear here. I can say I reference is nearly equal to IC1, which is equal to Is e to the power VBE1 divided by Vt. This equation, if you will see this equation number 1, this equation number 1 is a diode equation. This equation comes to the picture because if we will go to the last slide, in last slide you can see this base is directly connected to the collector. Once base is directly connected to the collector, so there is no base and collector because both are shorted. So this is work as a PN junction diode only. If you remember the BJT construction, 3 part: base, emitter, collector, and base and collector is connected. Connected means both are only one region. So there will be only PN junction now. So it will be same as a diode equation. So next we'll go. So this equation 1, we can say it is a diode equation, and similarly equation I naught is equal nearly equal to IC2. This is a transistor 2 equation, and it is also a diode equation because both are same. Both are same diode equation. So you can write Is into e to the power VBE1 by Vt and Is e to the power VBE2 by Vt for transistor Q1 and transistor Q2. From equation 1, we can write, if we rearrange the equation 1, we can write VB1 is equal to Vt ln logarithmic of I reference by Is. This is nothing but if we put the logarithmic equation 1 in both the side and bring VB1 and into the to the left side, so rest of the all will come to the like equation 1a. It's a rearrangement of equation 1 So similarly equation 2 we can write VB2 Vt ln I naught by Is. Both this is the rearrangement of equation 1 and equation 2. And if we combine equation 1a and equation 2a, so subtract both equation 1 equation 2 from equation 1, so you can see VB1 minus VB2 equal to Vt ln I reference by I naught, because Is will get cancelled. So this is the equation 3 we give it. How we got this? Just subtracted equation 2a from equation 1a. So VB1 minus VB, again I'll tell you, VB1 minus VB2 will be equal to Vt ln I reference by I naught. Now we'll go to the next slide. Coming to the next slide, we know that coming to the next slide, we know that VB1 equal to VBE2 plus VRE. This is the difference between two transistor current mirror circuit and wide lag current mirror circuit. In two transistor current mirror circuit, we know VB1 will be equal to VB2. Since both the transistors are same, having same beta value and base is connected to each other, we can say VB1 equal to VB2. But in this case, VB1 is not equal to VB2 because we are adding one RE resistor. We'll go to the back slide. It will be more clear here. Here it will be more clear if you'll see. This is VB1 and it will be the summation of VB2 plus voltage across RE. Previously it was VB1 will be equal to VB2 because there was no resistor at this point. Now we have added one resistor. If you put KVL, voltage current Kirchhoff's voltage law, so if you put across this, so it will be like VB1 minus VB2 minus voltage across RE, or we can say VRE. So you can say, hence we can write VB1 is equal to VB2 plus V voltage across RE. Same thing we have written here. VB1 is equal to VB2 plus voltage across RE. VRE is the voltage across RE resistor. Note, in two transistor current source circuit, VB1 equal to VB2, but here additional VRE is added with VB2 due to the incorporation of RE resistor in output side. Hence, here the voltage equation VB1 equal to VB2 plus VRE is little bit changed as compared to the two transistor current source. So next we'll go, hence we can also write VB1 minus VB2. If you go to the equation number 3, you can write there VB1 minus VB2 is equal to IE2 into RE is equal to I naught into RE. IE2 is nothing but I naught and RE is as it is. So in equating equation 3 and equation 4 we will get, if you go to the back slide, equation 3, it is written that VB1 minus VB2 equal to VT ln I reference by I naught, equation 3. Now come to the next slide. VB1 minus VB2 is equal to I naught RE. Equation 3 and equation 4, if you equate, then you will get I naught RE equal to VT ln I reference by I naught. Simply equate, you will get both the left side same, so right side can be equated. So next slide will go. So this is, if you see here, I naught will be Vt by Re ln I reference by I naught. This is the current equation of wide lag current source. Next, we'll see the Wilson current source. Wilson current source, we have different type of current source like two transistor current source, three transistor current source, wide lag current source, Wilson current source. All are having their own importance and drawbacks. Depending upon our applications, we can apply certain type of current source. So I'll tell you where to apply which type of current source. This is Wilson current source. A Wilson current source or current mirror is named after George Wilson. It is designed to provide a more constant current source. More constant current source means in all previous type of current source, current amount, if a company will give us, we need 5 microampere current, that should be always 5 ampere. It should not be 5.1 microampere or it should not be 4.9 microampere. So constant current is required. In previous all type of current source, due to the little bit diversion of the VCE, or you can say transistor voltage, uh, transistor voltage, we can reduce the time constant will be different. So but in Wilson current source we can manage it. It provides a much more accurate input to output current gain. It provides a large output resistance. It is a 3 transistor current source that accept an input current at the input terminal and provides the mirror current at the output terminal. The main point here in Wilson current source is it is giving more constant current source and higher output resistance. We'll see these things in next slide. We are going out, running out of time. So consider this node at, consider the node at this point. So I reference is IC1 plus IB3. The I reference is current is coming, it is good. Some part will come to the, most of the part will come to the IC1 and less part will go to the IB3. Similarly, if we consider the node, this node, then IE3 will be equal to IC2. Most of the part will go to the IC2 and some part will come to the IB1 and IB2. Both are same because transistors are identical. So we can write IB1 plus IB2. You can write it 2 IB2 because both are same. Since IE3 will be equal to again IC2 plus 2 into, in place of IB2 we can write IC2 by beta because we know IC equal to beta into IB2, because we know IC equal to beta into IB2. So we can write it in place of IB2 IC by beta. Again take common IC2 1 plus 2 by beta. This is denoted as equation 3. Next we'll see from equation 3 we can also write IC2 equal to IE3 by 1 plus 2 beta. This is nothing but simply I rearranged the equation 3. Here IC2 will I took to the left side and rest of the part I brought it to the right side. We know that in BJT emitter current is the sum of base current and collector current. So I can put this equation in IC2 previous equation. So how to write this? You can see this one. I in place of IE2 I wrote it IB plus IC, which is same as this one, which is same as this one. So again we know IC3 is equal to beta into IB3. You know this is very simple. IC is equal to beta IB. So in place of IC3 IB3 I have converted it to IC by beta. The main aim to convert it gradually is I need to bring output collector current or IC3 in turn, all should be in terms of IC3. So slowly I'll change it from IB to IC3. So in next step you can see if we'll take common IC3 is was taken common, so rest of the part 1 plus 1 by beta, in the denominator also 1 plus 2 by beta. So little bit simplification I did over here. Next is I brought denominator to the numerator, so this is the rest of the part, constant part. This is in terms of beta only. So if I solve this, I'll get the final equation. This one, question 4. IC2 is, don't do like this please. IC2 is terms of IC3 1 plus beta divided by 2 plus beta. Next slide we will go. Now replace I reference is equal to, we know I reference is equal to IC2 plus IB3 is equal to 1 plus beta divided by 2 plus beta. So in place of ICU2, in previous slide we have derived in terms of 1 plus beta by 2 plus beta into IC3 plus IB3 is known as IC3 by beta, because we know IC is equal to beta IB. So in IB3, in place of IB3, we can write in place of IB3 you can write IC by beta, and this part is previously already derived in previous slide. So rearranging the terms, we can write IC3 is equal to I naught I reference by 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 2 by beta. If you'll observation, if you'll see, which is very very important to understand, the current relationship is similar to 3 transistor current source. If you see the denominator part over here, this is very similar to the 3 transistor current source. But what is the difference? The difference is output resistance. Output resistance is the difference, which is mentioned over here. It was also mentioned in Wilson's current source first slide. Output resistance is larger by in terms of beta by 2. I'll not go to this derivation. This derivation is there in the book. If you want, you can refer it. Otherwise, simply remember it is the factor of beta by 2 increased. So once this output resistance means I naught by Vc. If it is a factor increased by a factor of beta by 2, then the benefits will be current will be more constant, because if this one will be increased, so rate of change in denominator part will be less sensitive. This will provide a constant current irrespective of VC's change, because the change in output IO with the change in VCO is much smaller, which is desirable. We want this one, so we need this one, which is required to, in order to design a constant current source and higher output resistance. We can refer Wilson current source, and Weidler current source we are referring to divide the resistance. If you don't want a higher resistance, then we will refer to the Weidler current source. Hello. So any doubt? We are running out of time. If you have any doubt, I'll send slide and recording also.